So here I am doing a tour of my new apartment like I promised. And finally, everything has arrived. So here's my front door. Next door is my coat rack where I keep my cane and coats and my slippers to go outside. I have a little rug. Here's my bathroom. So I have this little shelf with a Mickey Mouse tissue box. And then I have an It's a Small World clock. The plant is not real. I have a brown thumb. So here is my commode, and I installed a bidet device. Here's my shower. Let me do a full shot of the room. So there's the sink, and here's my shower. And I put a little shelf in there. I'm giving you the full tour, every detail. And here's where I keep my towel. And then above that, I have a drawing that I did when I was in my 20s. And I gave it to my mother. It's like my version of Town Square, the side with the Opera House, because you can tell the Opera House is there. And she gifted it back to me. Thanks. So here is a little shelf I bought. I have cologne and extra towels. And then down here I have some non-Disney keepsakes. I have a little bank. That's my baby cup and spoon. And those are my baptism shoes, bronzed. And then I made that little sloth with my mother at one of those places where you go and you paint the pottery. And here's my sink and my pills and toothpaste and all that good stuff, shaving cream, comb or brush, my glassers. So that's the bathroom. Oh, and these my mother made when I was just a baby, and I've kept them. She crocheted these, or whatever that is. So they're as old as I am. I've always had them. So the bathroom is sort of the least Disney room, even though there is some Disney. So next, the kitchen. And here I have some pictures on the wall next to the front door. And these are the lands. And then there's a card game, a vintage Disneyland card game, the top card on the deck. And let me do a full shot of the kitchen so you can see the full room. Here's the kitchen. On the refrigerator, I have some Disney magnets, and I have a Disney calendar with classic illustrations. On the top of the refrigerator, because you can't put anything too tall or those doors won't open, I have a few little Disney knickknacks. Then I have all the kitchen appliances, an air fryer. This is where I put my keys, on the side of the fridge. These little hooks are magnetized. And my friend Elmer gave me this little ornament that says "Welcome Home" as a housewarming present. So I keep that right there all the time. And this is a picture I cut out of a magazine years and years ago. It looks like a little general store with the classic Disney characters. And here is all my appliances and things, and nothing Disney here. I have this picture that says, to all who come to this happy place, welcome. Above my sink, my microwave, and I have these two salt and pepper shakers. They're older than me. My mother bought them the first time she went to Disneyland, before I was even born. And when I was older, she gave them to me. It has the carousel and the castle. So that's the kitchen. And the kitchen is like a long hallway, so there's not a lot of room for a table. So I have the table, as you can see, if I back up a little bit, it's sort of against the wall, and it's a slim table. And I can only put 2 chairs. I have to put the third chair somewhere else unless I'm using it. So above the table, I have these vintage Mickey Mouse posters from the 30s. One big one, and then surrounded by 8 little ones. And on the table, I have a little lamp with a Mickey and Minnie salt and pepper shaker that sort of match the pictures. So now going into what is supposed to be the bedroom, but I'm using it as an office because my bed, as you can see, is quite large, and I couldn't really fit it. So I decided to make the living room my bedroom and make the bedroom my office. So first, right by the door, I have this Bob Gurr image, signed by Bob Gurr. I think they all are, though. I don't think he signed them. I think every poster has his signature on it. And then going into my office, that's the one closet in the entire apartment is right here. There's only one closet. So I had to get clever with how I put stuff away. So this is just a closet with closet stuff. Clothes, shoes, a laundry basket. There's a couple things that I have in case I need to convert cassette tapes to the computer. That's how I would do it, using these 2 components. So I keep those just in case. Also a CD recorder. I don't use them, but there might be an occasion where I do need to use them. So I have that. I have a little shopping cart in here for groceries because I don't drive. I have a bathrobe. Just clothes. So this is the doorknob from Alice in Wonderland. And I made this in college. I chiseled it, and sandpapered it as a college art project. And I've kept it all these years. And I always struggled to find a place to put it, but there was the perfect spot for it here. So I put it on this little strip of wall next to the closet between where the door is. So this is a picture of Sleeping Beauty Castle that I drew when I was younger with crayons. And I just keep. And here is the Mark Davis stretching portraits, which is a favorite thing of mine from the Haunted Mansion. And so I have on this wall a big bookshelf and then 2 chairs on either side. And in each chair I have a Mickey Mouse plush. On this wall I have my Disneyland Alumni Club. And for those who don't know, my legal name is David. I go by my middle name, which is Chris, of course. So I'm David Christopher Linden. So on these sorts of documents, it always says David. So this was to certify that I worked in the Magic and in Disneyland in California. I am an alumni of Disneyland. And this one is a doctorate from the college program at Walt Disney World, Disney University. Above my shelf, this was something that a friend of mine who is an artist made specifically for me. My favorite extinct attraction, America Sings. And then on the other side, this is, trying to get it without the glare, That's the Norman Rockwell picture of Walt, spoofing Norman Rockwell, the famous illustration of him doing a self-portrait. And then down here, this is a photograph taken when I was Captain Hook, when I did the play Peter Pan. And a friend of mine who was in the show took that picture and framed it for me. Here is my initial. I just recently bought that because there was a spot for it, which is next to the window on the wall on the other side of where the closet is. And here is my shelf. So I have these rubber Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I have some Mickey stuff, some Banks, and my friend Brian, who you probably know, gave me that signpost that looks like the one at the Walt Disney Studio. That's a recent gift, but I love that. And then the next shelf he also gave me that Jiminy Cricket plushie, and I have some Peter Pan and that picture behind it my nephew gave me. I bought that lunchbox at the Northwest Mouse Meet a couple years ago, and just some more Disney figurines. Those Disneyland tickets are replications, they're not real. Next shelf, I have some of my Disney books and other books from my childhood that I've held on to. I have a replica of the original Disneyland guide. There's a picture of me with Mickey at Walt Disney World and some more figurines and another Mickey Mouse plush. Let me sit down in the chair here so I can get a better view of the next shelf down. Here is a book of Mary Poppins, It's a Small World jewelry box, some more figurines, a small little Mickey, some more Disney books. My diplomas are there, and my parents' wedding book. They're divorced, but I'm the only one that really matters to, so I have it. And then a whole row of Disney books and scrapbooks and things of that nature. So that's the big bookshelf. And now, on the other side, sorry for the glare, but it's a really sunny day out. On the shelf behind, on the windowsill, I have a bunch of non-Disney. This is like my only non-Disney area, so I put all the non-Disney. The first box are the remains of my beloved friend Lily, which I keep near me all the time. For those who don't know, Lily is my cat who died last September. And you can't really see because of the glare, but there's a little plate that has her paw prints in it also. There are a couple little watch boxes that I keep things in. And it's not really an antique, but it looks like an antique phone. There's a piggy bank I've had since I was a child. And then some more watch boxes. And then I have a very important element to this room, my fan. I could not live without it. That Mickey Mouse is where I keep my phone. I'm using my phone right now, but that's a phone rest. And there's a little Steamboat Willie calendar sort of thing. So this is a shelf that is like a file cabinet and a shelf. So I have files and things in there. Then I have a bunch of Disney mugs and some CDs that I hold on to. And the bottom shelf has some old VHS tapes, Disney. I don't even have a VHS player, but... So now, the desk. Here's my desk. So above my double screens here, I have a beautiful painting of Sleeping Beauty Castle. I love this. I had that poster as a kid, and I don't know what happened to it, so I recently bought this brand new one and framed it of Walt. My friend Brian gave me these two pennants. I had them up in my room when I lived with my mother, but I liked them so much I wanted them to be in my office. He also gave me that little Casey Jr. It's a popcorn bucket. There's my mic that I use when I'm doing podcasting and streaming. That little Mickey bank there is old. I've had that since I was a child. That's a mug from my website that you can order. And just there's a little Mickey on a racing car and a little Mickey Mouse figurine and a bowl. And there's Winnie the Pooh. And here's just my setup with my computer. I actually have two computers that I can run. The main one is the gray one on the bottom there. And there's some storage space. There's my coffee, very important. That's an extra keyboard for the second computer. It uses a different keyboard. Above the little storage bin is a bobblehead Mickey. And then I have two portraits of Walt, one with the Mouseketeers, and then one with his final photo with Mickey. So that's basically my office. And then I have this thing hanging on the door that's from the Walt Disney World Hotel when I stayed there at the All-Star Movies. I kept that. So the only thing I didn't show you is, because it was occupied, is my chair. I have a nice pillow there, and I put a black towel on there because I wear shorts almost always. So that keeps my legs from being sticky on the faux leather. So that is the office. So now we'll go to the main room. But before the main room, here is the little area that leads into the main room. And I have this little cubby that I made. Oh, I didn't make it. I bought it. I don't know why I said I made it. But here is a bunch of little Disney, little tiny things. Most of these are from a Mickey 90th box collection of all these different Mickey Mouses through the years. Brian also gave that to me. And then these are little robots. And then I have these tree ornaments, and I don't use them as ornaments because I like them so much. I just use them all year. It's like a little Mickey phone and a guitar or banjo. And then under that is where the extra chair is. And then I have a little bookshelf next to the bed here. Let me back up a little bit. And on there I have a Mickey Mouse phone. That's the real deal. I've had that since I was a teenager. And it works, but I don't use it. It's not plugged in. Then I have a figurine of Sorcerer's Apprentice with a little broom in front of him. Some of the children's books that I kept since I was a kid. They're all Disney. I have a little jewelry box, and then a bunch of figurines, Bambi, Mary Poppins, Cinderella, and then a bunch of the clamshell VHS, and they're mostly just decoration now. And above that, I have this really cool Mickey Mouse painting that someone gave me at a former job when we had a gift exchange, and I love it. I've always put it up. So here's the bed. It's quite big. It's queen size, not king, but it looks king. I mean, it's huge. And then at the foot of the bed, I have this little chest, and I'm keeping my Christmas tree in there because I actually bought Christmas decorations. So I'll have to do another one of these during Christmas so you can see how I've decorated. Above the bed, I have a sign for Disneyland. And the thing I was waiting for just arrived not even an hour ago. And this is what I was waiting so I could make this video because it was the final touch. I ordered this map it's a reprint of a 1958 map of Disneyland. And next to that, I bought these really neat little hand-carved wooden Mickey, I don't know what you call them, wall decorations. I think these are one of a kind. I think someone made these by hand. And then under that is my night table. And I have, this is a thing I've had near my bed or above it my whole life. Since I was a baby, it says, "Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep." My mother recently framed it for me. Here's an antique plate. That little blue box picks up the audio from my computer so I can hear the computer next to my bed from the office without blasting it. So I can listen to podcasts and things while I'm lying in bed. And then on the wall adjacent, next to the window, I have this. It's a piece of art from a vintage Disneyland coloring book. Oddly, the Matterhorn is on the wrong side, but that's the way it was done. And then on this shelf here, across from my bed, I have some figurines. Maleficent. These are bookends, but I just use them as decoration. 101 Dalmatians, and here's another Mickey and Minnie. So let me back up. Ooh, I almost fell over my chest here. So I bought this fake plant, and here's the setup for the wall with the TV. I have a Roku, so I don't have cable, but I have internet. And then above the TV, I have all these matching Disney characters. I had the Mickey, Minnie, and Donald ones since I was 12 years old, but they got all messed up. So I ordered brand new ones, reframed them, and then bought all the other ones to match. And then on the table with the TV, this is my dresser. I have a salt and pepper shaker that was a gift from a coworker. And then this is Mickey and Minnie watching TV. And that was also a gift from a coworker years ago. And then in the corner here, I have a little vase with some fake plants. Wanted everything to be white to match. And then I love the big windowsills. So I have Mickey. That's my teddy bear from when I was a baby. I still have it. Here's a Mickey and Minnie at the piano, a little train. Let's see if it looks blurry. There we go. And then here's Mickey and Pluto birthday figurine. And here's my chair. It's an easy chair. I don't like it. Has a footstool that comes out, but I don't like it. So I bought a different footstool to use instead. And then the wall here, I have a Mickey Mouse clock. And then I have on this wall is a bunch of attraction posters leading back to the kitchen. And here I have this little table an end table for the chair. I have this Mickey Mouse statue and this castle. And I put this here so I don't mess up the table, even though it already has some scratches on it, but I bought it used. And so that's my apartment. That's everything. And like I said, I just got the map literally like 30 minutes ago. So this is hot off the presses. So I hope you enjoyed my little house tour. And let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks, everybody.